Day 19. Sleighs and Ascension Vehicles. Santa's sleigh can be viewed as a literary representation of the chariot or vehicle of ascension, akin to the mystical merkabah. Chariots and ascension vehicles of all kinds, such as Cinderella's carriage, which takes her to the ball or sphere of the crown chakra, or the Vimana of Vedic law, relate to DNA, the master of transformation. In the light world, or unmanifest realm of life, the sacred geometrical scaffolding of DNA is the ratcheting or twisting dodecahedron. Many sacred texts such as the Bible and artworks such as Salvador Dali's Last Supper depict the dodecahedron as the ascension vehicle. This subject was covered in depth in Elevation, which is a metaphysical translation of Revelation. The DNA double helix resembles two entwined serpents emerging from pure water. Each one of the 12 sides of the dodecahedral structure is a pentagon. In the same way that Santa rides his sleigh, light rides the DNA ascension vehicle. DNA is essentially a crystal that transports electrons and emits photon light, electromagnetic energy. The cells of all living beings emit photons, light, and DNA is the source of that light. DNA light emissions are stimulated by DMT secretions, and we know that DMT is one of the biochemicals of enlightenment produced more abundantly through right living, through doing these Christmas alchemy practices or sacred secretion practices. DNA light emissions account for the many reports of saints and sages glowing or wearing the robe of light or the robe of perfection. The concept of an ascension vehicle appears in many esoteric, spiritual and mythological traditions, serving as a metaphor for the soul's journey to higher dimensions and the alteration of DNA to program an evolved body and existence. For example, in Kaballistic tradition, the merkabah, meaning chariot, is a vehicle that mystics use to ascend to the divine realms. Within the etymology of the word merkabah, we find the root word Kaaba. This is very significant because Kaaba means cube. The Kaaba or cube equates with the root chakra. The cube in the root of the body evolves through many forms as it ascends, eventually morphing into the dodecahedron of spirit at the third eye, and then the sphere of the crown chakra. Then we have Cinderella's pumpkin carriage, which magically transforms for her journey to the ball or sphere, representing the theme of transformation and elevation from mundane existence to a higher state of being. Cinderella's pumpkin carriage resembles the shape of an electromagnetic donut or torus field, another divine structure relative to alchemical transformation. In Indian texts, Vimanas are vehicles used by gods and kings for travel between realms. In Islamic mythology, the Buraq is a celestial creature that transported the Prophet Muhammad from Mecca, where the Kaaba or cube is situated, to Jerusalem during the night journey to the heavens, which of course is a metaphor for the journey of the soul. In both Hinduism and Buddhism, the lotus is a symbol of purity and spiritual enlightenment. It's a type of ascension vehicle. It represents the soul's journey from the depths of material existence or muddy waters to the heights of spiritual purity, blossoming into the light above the surface. The concept of ascension vehicles, whether mythological, esoteric, or symbolic, reflects a universal idea of transformation, spiritual growth, and the journey toward higher consciousness. Each culture's version of this vehicle aligns with the principles of spiritual evolution, which is scientifically linked to epigenetics and the concepts that resonate with DNA and the way that it alters. If you'd like to go deeper, all of these videos are inspired by Christmas alchemy, harnessing cosmic energy. And thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. We'll be looking at the destruction of bells tomorrow. And may divine light manifest itself in you all, always and in all ways. Namaste.